Shop smart, shop S-smart.
Lady, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave the store.
Who the hell are you?
Name's Ash.
This is my boomstick.
So hi, welcome to Binge Buddies, Deadites in aisle 3. I'm your host, always Brian Dressel. With me, as always, is Matt Zombie Dog Muramoto Dykes.
Did he do like Japanese face in a film or something?
I thought Ryan had a stroke.
Possibly. It's from something called White on Rice.
Oh, that sounds problematic.
It does. In 2009. So that's all I got. We also got ever so quickly along. We got Joel Lobster Johnson DeWitt.
So I can't get past White on Rice. I'm sorry.
Well, in that case, we also have Ryan Maitre D. Lutens.
That's Spider-Man
I know that
3.
There we go.
But is the other one Hellboy?
It was from the Hellboy video game, yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Not White on Rice.
Oh.
I'm not sure what this is. I'm looking it up now. Like, 40-year-old Jimmy is growing up, or at least he's getting older, while mooching the upper bunk of his 10-year-old nephew's bed. He enjoys a never-ending generosity of his sisters, and then it goes on to another page that I'm not going to read.
That sounds like a
Beat by beat description.
Yeah,
of
well,
this.
he's munching the generosity of his bunk bed, and then his sister's It just sounds so wrong. Just.
I'm also like, oh, he does a voice. It's a voice in the movie. That makes a little bit more sense. I don't know. I'm not watching it. That's all I got. It's been an interesting deep dive into the career of Bruce Campbell in the first few minutes of every episode of like, he did what and where?
I mean,
Okay.
Yeah. It's just at this point, it's just like, yeah, sure, okay, I buy that.
Yeah. All right. Well, here we are in two much better episodes than we had last week for Ash vs. Evil Dead. Although I feel like we started last week like these were pretty good, and then by the end of last week, we were like, yeah, these weren't very good. These these were mid.
I think it's because like the more we dug into them, like the more there was like nothing there. But I think with this one, because like the two last week had very much a filler vibe, padding time for Baal to get here. Baal's here now, so
Yeah, and Baal shows up in a big way, like right out of the gate. He kind of looks like why am I blanking his name? Wormtongue. I was gonna know more Wormtongue. But I see Tommy Wiseau too.
Brad Dourif.
Brad Dourif, thank you. Yeah, I get Brad Dourif like Chucky vibes.
Okay.
Yeah, do you know what? I was the whole way through. I'm looking at him, going, he looks familiar. I'm not sure why. The minute you said Brad Dourif, I'm like, that's why. He looks like B movie Brad Dourif, or maybe lower down, because Brad Dourif's probably done a few B movies in his time as well.
Oh, I mean, you could even argue Chucky could be considered a B movie. It's not. It's great. We need to do Chucky on this podcast at some point. Yeah. I know we've talked, this one, which we need to do. I'm really excited about that one. But Chucky needs to happen. It just needs to.
You're just excited because it's got the word chainsaw in.
I'm a chainsaw enthusiast. I this show has really taught me a lot about myself and my love of chainsaws. And I'm just leaning in now. It even dawned on me, my favorite Office joke is a chainsaw joke. And I had no idea, like, this has been a very eye-opening experience for me, but that, like, I am now cutting off Phyllis's head with a chainsaw. Room goes silent. It's fun. Chainsaws are funny. That's all I got. You wouldn't expect them to be funny, but here we are.
I mean, to be fair, the funniest joke in the Simpsons movie as well is when Homer mock sounds the chainsaw. And like, because the hands disappear and then like eyes go in, and he's just him going, rim, 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 rim.
Listen, chainsaws are funny. So now that we're all on the same page, we all agree with each other, we can move on.
As long as they just stay being funny for you, Brian. Like when the minute they start getting horny, that's where you need to see a specialist.
You know, I hadn't thought about that. Now I will.
Look in the bedroom's like, honey, make the chainsaw sound.
Slower. Faster.
Too fast.
The chain is coming off the saw. Anyhow, Ash Evil Dead. So at the end of last episode, or is it the beginning of this episode, he gets arrested?
I think it was the
Beginning of
this one.
this.
The beginning of this one? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly where that happened. But yeah, so the cop that's been kind of hating on Ash this entire time finally gets his moment. He goes to arrest Ash. He's getting arrested. But before that happened is where we meet Ball, right? Ball starts the episode out with the unzipping of Lady
Yeah,
Cop.
because it's in the bar. It's when one of the Margie arrives at the bar, and she's sort of going through, and you kind of hear him like saying, "Come to me," or something like that. And yeah, that's when she's in the bathroom. He's sort of like just standing there, and that's when we just get that sort of like zip. Yeah,
that is a sharp nail. And man, he would be a hell of a hunter. Like, there's so much time it takes to skin the animals. Like when you're done, he's like, "I got it, bro. Just you're done." It's like so clean.
The problem is like he skins them and then wears them as a suit.
Yeah, that is a problem. And it's kind of creepy, but also kind of not. Like, the only way that you find out that he's wearing the skin suit is because he will get itchy, apparently, and then he scratches. Yeah. You get that like Vincent D'Onofrio, like Men in Black sort of like.
It's a great effect, though.
It is. It works every time.
I think it's probably really simple to do with like latex makeup these days, but it just looks so good every time they do it, because they do it a few times in this episode, and it's really, it looks great the whole time.
It does, and like it's a good tell. Like, I feel like the actors that are playing Ball, because since he jumps bodies, you have different people playing him throughout. You have your one Brad Dourif dude, which I got his name right here somewhere. But then everybody else kind of has to slide in to play the same character, and everyone so far has stepped up to the plate. Like, they've all done a pretty good job. I'm thinking primarily in the next episode that we're covering, like the woman who's kind of like starting the mob, like she does a very good job playing the same person. But everyone pretty much has, even like the evil, like the cop who, the first one who gets unzipped, or they just refer to her as Lady Cop, but like even she does a pretty good job. Like I'm impressed with everyone so far. But the headline for me is that we finally have a villain that's like very engaging and very terrifying, but it also makes it, we finally have to see, is Ash this like destined being or not? Because like they all treat him like he could be. Like, there is a possibility this is the guy who can mess things up. I'm guessing no, based on it being that guy, but just in case, let's be sure. So I do like that. Like, there is like, even these immortal evil beings are still like, that's technically El Jefe. We got to deal with him like he's El Jefe. Although he seems like a clown, let's be safe. And I appreciate that approach. It's kind of like a fun way. Like, it's a different bend on like evil beings than I've seen elsewhere.
I could it wouldn't surprise me of a line if they'd like sort of look at him going, "This guy, really?
Yeah,
this is the guy."
And we might get that in episode 7, because he gets kidnapped at the end of episode 6 by Ball. So there could be you? Okay. I believe Eli more than you, honestly, but Eli seems cool.
Believe him talk. Oh, that was just in his vision.
Yeah, that's just in the vision. Who did his voice again? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember.
Doesn't matter. I have to say, not remembering because I didn't watch it, but not knowing where the show was going, I didn't expect the full unzip right out of the gate. Kind of caught me off guard. Like, it was kind of a fun, gory way, like where like the extreme gore I was kind of complaining about last week. They kind of find the fun this week. Like, the just zip. They could make it super gross and over the top. It is super gross, but it's like it still has that element of camp to it, which I feel like was kind of missing a little bit with the car stuff.
Yes, 100%.
And again, it's like the sound design is just as good, because like when you see the skin suit like land on the floor, that just that sort of like wet sound,
like wet leather almost, like leather and rubber. Just
it's just like the sound design is so good. I love it when the Margie skin suit gets thrown at Ash.
Oh yeah,
and he's just like ah!
Just flopping around while he's trying to get it off him like you ran through a cobweb.
Oh my God.
It reminds me of the joke in, I think it's the first Naked Gun film, where the guy throws the pillow at Leslie Nielsen, and he's just like has hold of it, and he's like ah! As if the pillow's attacking him.
If we're talking about bits, this has a great bit with some physical comedy when they're trying to something with the prison, and Ash needs keys, and Ruby goes Ash, and he turns around and gets the keys right in the face. That was so good.
Now, do we reckon that Sam Raimi turned up on set for that day to be the one that threw the keys?
Are we hitting Bruce in the face? I can be on set today. Never miss a good opportunity.
It's that stuff that makes these two episodes stand out from the other ones. It's like we're back to the shtickness. We don't have to rely on buddy anymore. It's just like, let's get to the grassroots of being funny. Like one of my favorite lines, I'm not going to say it. It's just pure Ash, and we get more of back to what we want in these episodes.
I think, it's the sort of like the lull from the last two episodes is gone in this one. Like it feels like there's more of a direction, like there's more of a clear direction of like, right, this is where we're going with this, and then it's like, right, let's have fun with getting there now. It was kind of like, the last two episodes, it was like we're kind of stumbling towards where we need to go, and we need to get to this bit before we can really run with it. But like since when Ball actually turns up, like now it kind of feels like this is what we're doing now.
Hold on one second, because I want to. You mentioned something that I think I have a clip for. Of like this one does start getting fun again, but it also knows when to take like its breaks, and it doesn't feel like we had the last couple episodes where it took its breaks of like, are we wasting time here? When this one decides to take breaks and kind of give you a minute, it's for something funny. And like this.
Shit. Huh? They got you too. Yeah, but you know what? It was worth it. You know why? Because we fought evil together, even if it was just for a minute.
Jack Kaminsky.
Yeah.
Need your signature here. You're being officially charged with drunk driving and solicitation of a prostitute.
Again.
Again.
Oh, hey. Ash, Joni, Ash.
Hey, Joni, how are you?
You know, itchy.
I know that feeling.
They quit it off and just he goes, me too.
So good, but like that's what I mean. Like this, it feels like there was just a vibe shift from the last two episodes to this one. Like even when this one slows down, I'm not like, what are we doing? Like it's just funny, and like we're getting more of those bits, and like even Joni, like Joni doesn't have to do much here, nails it. Hey,
yeah,
itchy. I know that feeling.
The humor in the last few episodes felt more written in some ways.
Yeah.
Because a lot of I think Army of Darkness, a lot of humor it felt like, okay, what would be really funny to happen to Ash here right now?
Yeah.
And that's where I think the divergence was happening here. Going back to like the teas being thrown in his face. that must have literally been like, and that'd be pretty funny if somebody was going to hand you the teas, but you weren't bothering to look. Yeah.
And it would hurt. And you know, we like seeing Bruce get hurt.
Yes.
it's like that thing that you have when you're a baby and like your parents play like, oh, I knocked my head, and the baby's like, you got hurt. Bruce is doing that for all of us in our 30s and 40s. And I appreciate it. What else have we not
Sam
talked about?
Raimi is making Bruce do that for us in his 30s and 40s.
They need to look like things where the Looney Tunes birds floating around the head would make.
Yes.
Yeah. He does a great job of that with the sort of facial expression as well. Like when the keys hit, and he's almost got like a cross-eyed thing. He's like, oh,
right.
He closes his eyes and opens them. They're cross-eyed.
Yeah.
Like shakes his head. Yep. Brian did it perfectly.
I watched a lot of Bruce in the years. Although, according to our IMDb character things, no, I haven't.
Weirdly enough, White on Rice, Brian's favorite movie.
Let that one hang for a second. Let that one hang.
And on that note.
We're being very mean to Brian this week.
It's okay. It's fine. Just.
Hopefully you can get back in.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
It's fine. You can go watch White on Rice without it.
Apparently, it's my favorite movie. Who knew?
I did suggest that Matt has a steelbook copy of Terminator Salvation. So, which one was I meaner to?
Honestly, Matt, but I like Terminator Salvation. So, if there was a steelbook, I would own it.
I'm sorry.
Please don't let there be one because I don't want to buy it. Like, it's just to prove a point. It's such a waste of money.
There he goes.
Fuck. My big fucking mouth. What have we missed in 205? What have we missed in 205 before we kind of
like the fact that they have Ball as someone who wears skin. That leaves the essence of it could be anyone, which is something new that they're adding into this. Evil Dead is definitely horror and blood and guts, but now you got the suspense level and the thriller level. Like, who can you trust? And that makes a turn for the dynamic, especially when the townspeople get involved in this episode and the next. It's really interesting, and it really helps the dynamic of the show, I think.
There is another piece of it, too, with Pablo and converging with the book, and it's starting to show up on his skin, the actual texts on it, too. So, like, that's a bit of freakiness. Poor Pablo. He never gets a break in this show.
He really doesn't. But that's what I was trying to figure out. Like, I'm looking through my notes now. I'm looking through the AI notes that Google made for us. And I'm like, when did Kelly and Ruby get back?
They just walk through they just get into the police station. They just walk through the door.
Right.
Like,
we didn't even talk about them going and killing.
They think they arrived with Pablo.
Yeah. We didn't even touch on the fact that they went and murdered children with the Sumerian dagger. Like, because it's not. It
was so boring.
It's a side mission.
Yeah.
It did nothing. Like, that's so we just we talked about how annoyed we were at the Kelly Ruby team up, but that was about all we got.
I mean, the only good thing, the only thing I liked about that was like when the children died, like they sort of like melt into this kind of like puddle of goo. But
yeah, that was something.
Yeah, but you don't need, like, we could have had that moment without having to have the really awkward, let's shove these two characters together for, reasons. And it's like, it wasn't even like, it's so weird because it's not like they're away from the main group for the rest of the season and they've got to come back together. It's like literally next episode they just walk into the police station.
Okay, so that's what I was kind of afraid of. I'm like, I didn't remember where that through line was, and I don't want to turn this into start digging on these episodes because like there's a few loose threads. There's been loose threads all over this entire fucking series.
Yeah.
So if that's the one we have to deal with this episode, it's what we got to deal with this episode. Because it's in the next one that we start having that like one of us could be Ball, right?
Yeah.
Well, they have that in the police station in this episode.
That's in this one. Oh, it is in this one. Okay.
They go hole up in Brock's house, and everybody outside could be Ball. The mob comes.
But I wanted to get to the point where Pablo is afraid that he's Ball because when he was sitting next to the book before they chucked it in the trunk, the book jumped into him somehow. I'm very fuzzy on how he's turning into the book.
Like bit him. But he thinks that when the book is manifesting itself, because I think it's at the end of one of the episodes, like that's like the conclusion is like I'm turning into Ball and like he's spewing up stuff.
Yeah, he's like, I've got a problem, and he like shows his shirt and it's like bubbling and like his flesh is getting all fucked up and
But at that point, Ruby explains like, no, it's just the book is manifesting itself. The book is coming back, and that's where we get
person, which is odd. But I'm not complaining on this one. This one, I'm like, I want to see.
I don't know if it's a person. It's just trying to manifest itself since it's in hell.
Well, I don't think it's to do with like, you know, what happened to him in the previous episode. I think it's to do with the fact that he was the person that she was going to use to create the new book.
Could be
in the first season, like in that last episode in the first season, where like, you know, the cover's on his face, and it's like I feel like at that point something from the book got into Pablo.
And since the book is gone, Ruby knows that they need the book in order to vanquish Ball, so she's trying to help speed up the process.
But here's the problem. You guys did a much better job trying to explain the logic to this
yes.
than the TV show actually did.
Because I was like, and I'm a fan of this stuff, and I was a little like, this one's fuzzy on me. But like, that's great that you guys can pick up on it. But general audiences, this is why we kind of go back to that thing we're mentioning, like where people drop off, because not everyone's going to put those extra steps in. But like I said, I want to turn this one into a complaining one. We did that last week, and these are much better.
I love the sort of the paranoia of like. And they're all, everyone's so damn certain that one of them is Baal, and it's not. And it reminds me of The Thing.
Oh, I have that in my notes. Like, The Thing was a great movie. I have that as one of my notes.
Yeah, like that sort of paranoia of like, you know, especially the scene where like, you know, everyone's tied to the couch and he's like, you know, we're going to do the tests and everything. Like that, there is just that sort of feeling of paranoia oozing out of like all the characters. It's like, and you've got Pablo thinking that it's him. And then you've got like the sheriff who just wants it to be Ash because he just wants to shoot Ash.
Well, I was going to say too, like you feel like it's the sheriff too, and kudos to that actor because he takes his hatred for Ash and still keeps it, but it gets amplified to effect like, is this just even more hatred because he's openly hitting on his wife, or is he really Ball? Like, and that's where that character really shines in this moment, and it continues to the next episode too.
Well, in the next one, he starts getting manipulated by Ball. So he's not Ball, but he is still kind of like, he's not 100% himself at that point.
Right.
But still more credit to the actor because he's selling that. Like he does a good job.
The reveal of who Ball actually is when he finally has that face-to-face with Ruby. You're like, could it be her? I don't know, because it switches back to the sheriff. I'm like, could it be him?
Yeah.
And then you finally get that reveal. And that showdown between Ruby and Ball was great. Just how he starts. Hiya, Toots.
Yeah.
Sold.
Yeah, no, and then like he when she gets injured and he's like, I know your secret or something like that. Like that, you know how she gave up her immortality basically.
She can't be healed.
Yeah. And it's I don't think we find that out until the next episode. It's more like the sort of, oh, you're looking old now though, and like and it's just that sort of.
Well, she gets hurt when the circle explodes, and she goes, "Old wound." She goes, "Why can't you heal?" Or even what's her name calls it up.
That's next episode.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's kind of like we're kind of at that like gray zone of like, are we talking about 4 or 5 or 6? So I think we're kind of transitioning because he's like these pair rather well together.
Once Ball comes into the picture, it's they escape the prison, but then the townspeople want Ash's head, and Ball sees his chance. And I love how they do that because at the start of this episode, the episode 6, it's him in the background influencing the sheriff.
Oh yeah.
And
I don't remember who said it, but it has very Evil Dies Tonight vibes.
Yes.
Which was it, Joel? Well done, Joel. Because I was doing this. It's in my notes like 3 times. Evil Dies Tonight. Which did I tell you guys when I rewatched the Halloween franchise after we did the podcast? I liked Kills a lot more.
No.
Yeah, that one rose in my ranks a lot. I don't know why, but it did. Maybe it just worked in that rewatch. Who knows?
Maybe you just like been beaten into submission though by the Nightmare on Elm Street films.
After Nightmare on Elm Street, everything's just a little better.
It's all relevant, right?
Oh man,
you might not be wrong.
What I like about the Evil Dies Tonight scene is how Ball manipulates the sheriff.
Yes,
into wanting to shoot the lady, but then it just cuts right back to her still ranting and raving. It's just that. The guy who plays Ball doesn't have to do much. It's just a look. It's great.
Yeah.
There was a lot of good work, too, in making it tough to tell what was real and what was not.
Yes. Solid call, Joel.
And here's my kind of question note is the Deadites do not seem really involved with Ball.
No.
Like, they seem like just 2 different evil
We've
camps.
got Deadites we've got Ruby's kids, and then we just have Ball.
Yeah. So like I kind of like that there is some separation. They're not all just like one evil mass towards like global domination or something like that.
That brings the evil things. I mean, we had the demon from season 1 or whatever.
I was just about to mention that as well. Like you have like that demon from season 1, which seems like a completely separate thing.
Yeah,
it's not like a Deadite or anything like that. It's a demon that it's a demon of the mind. What a nerd.
It's great because it explores. It doesn't just say this book is Deadites. There's much more evil to it.
Yeah, and like so we get. I don't know how to describe how we get Cheryl back because we don't really see it. They give you some hints, and the hints they give are fucking gross. But like
that was Cheryl's room.
So we have Cheryl's room with Cheryl's clothes. Good old Chet is found in there with Cheryl's clothes doing something.
And the picture.
And then the picture that gets punched and starts bleeding. So whatever Chet was doing mixes with the blood from the picture and Cheryl walks out.
Are you saying that the Cheryl Deadite is Chet's daughter?
Do we know?
Maybe. All I'm saying is maybe. And it's gross. Whatever it is, it's gross. But whatever excuse, bullshit, shenanigans they came up with to get Cheryl back and the original actress back,
it worked.
Well done. Good job. You did it. It was.
What I love as well is like that. The original actress, the original actress coming back is brilliant. Like, brilliant. I love it that they got her back. And what makes it even more impressive is the fact that she's not an actress. Like, she did The Evil Dead. I think she maybe did like a couple other things, but then she kind of like quit acting. Like, I can't remember like what she's like. I in my head, I'm thinking she became a librarian, but that might be one of the other cast members. But I'm sure I remember like something about one of the cast members, the original cast members from The Evil Dead, became a librarian, which I just think is brilliant. The fact that they were in a film about an evil book and now they deal with books.
Fine irony.
But I love that they got her back, like the original actress, and it always. I'm trying to think like the Halloween films, they got the original actress who was I forget her name, the little girl who's been babysat in.
Who was it?
Yeah,
Lindsay.
She was on
Lindsay.
Yeah, the original actress who was in that, like, came back in Halloween Kills, and it's that sort of thing of like, literally getting like, they could have recast that as anyone, but they didn't. Yeah. They went to the effort of trying to get the original actor back, and it just adds something to it. Because if they'd have recast Cheryl, it wouldn't have had that same impact. Like, especially when the makeup's on her and she just looks just like the Deadite Cheryl.
Like, oh, I do remember. And then she looks down and comes up with the Deadite eyes. It's like, oh, this is good shit. And like, I agree. Had they recast, I probably would still be singing this episode's praises for bringing back the character. And it was a lot of fun. But by doing it this way, it changes the vibe into something like special. And now I'm excited to watch it. It's kind of like in the first season when we went back to the cabin. Like, the whole show has been good. This has been great. We went back to the cabin. It's like, oh, we are in Evil Dead. This is why we're here. This is the shit we love. And it happens again with Cheryl. Like, it's not to the same extent. It's different than going back to the cabin, but it's still very like, oh, this is what I'm here for. And then the camera techniques come back. Like, when she's a Deadite, and like it feels like Evil Dead suddenly again. And it's like, this is a party, man. I'm into this.
Yeah. And just like the makeup is spot on. Like every sort of detail of like, the mark on her face, the little thing on her forehead, all of that. Like, kudos to the makeup team, because they did a phenomenal job recreating that original look from the film.
Because in the wasn't there like an X on her head or something?
Yeah. So there's like
that X. Over. Yep.
Yeah. And it just it's so good. And like, immediately when I'm seeing that, I'm just having this kind of like, oh, we're back in Evil Dead. This is
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks a lot like that blurry, glare-ridden DVD that you just.
You're welcome.
mess of an image.
I appreciate you had the prompt on hand. I'll give you that much, but I couldn't see shit.
Keep going, guys.
Oh wow, I pissed him off so bad he left.
Oh well.
He didn't even have the courtesy of turning off his screen.
Oh, don't worry, I got that. See ya.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna forget to bring him back, so I'm gonna put him back. Oh no, we changed spots. We're off the rails. So we missed talking about the death of Joni. We should probably talk about like some of those, like the more violent, kind of crazy bits in these episodes.
Because when like, the shit goes crazy in the I keep wanting to call it prison. It's not a prison. It's the police station.
Yeah, it's a police station because like it goes crazy there, then it goes super nuts at Ash's house. Like these episodes have a lot of story and plot that we're enjoying. That's what we're talking about. But the reason we're kind of like we're running out of gas, we've only like halfway through our episode, is because there's a lot of action in these episodes.
Right.
Yeah,
that eats up a lot of screen time, and it's all good. Like I don't really have complaints about any of it. It's gory, it's crazy. Anything dealing with Ball right now, I'm a fan of. So like it's all been good.
I love the muscle corpse. Like being
the muscle
possessed.
corpse is so gross. Like
and just attacking everyone.
Like
it's so good. Like
my note there,
then Ash
Lady
just, like,
Cop had a
slices it
bad
in
day.
half.
Oh yeah,
just straight down the middle.
So slow and grinding, and that they respect the idea that it wouldn't be easy to cut through people pretty well in this show overall.
Yeah,
but they use it in like a comedic way as well, like because you have the comedy of like the blood spraying back as well, like just like
or like when he's got his sister with her head pinned down from the trunk and slowly just like chopping away at her head with the chainsaw.
Yeah,
it's gross, but it's good. But yeah, that poor skinless lady, she got her head blown off, then sawed in half vertically. She had a rough day.
At least it went top to bottom.
I mean, I guess that's better. She didn't have a head, so
I was just saying,
does it really matter at that point?
I guess not. Yeah. if I ever get cut in half like vertically, I want top to bottom, please, not bottom to top.
I mean, I've watched bottom to top in Terrifier. It does not look fun. That was also
didn't we cover
a rusty
that
handsaw. Like that's.
Ooh.
I thought we had something like that in.
Yeah, that's what
Friday the 13th as well,
or maybe Nightmare on Elm Street film.
I remember specifically someone being flayed.
Yeah,
like butterfly chopped. It was bad. It was bad.
Oh, it was Friday the 13th. It's the dude who's walking around his hands.
Oh yeah.
And the machete comes down and like cuts him.
And so it's still top to bottom, just not in the way.
He didn't stand in the wrong way.
That's his fault.
That's on him, man. Yeah, I'd forgotten about that one. Guess I have to rewatch all the Friday the 13th films. Hey, look, Ryan's coming back. And he's back. We sat here silently until he got back. We just waited.
Appreciate
no, we didn't.
you guys.
We're not that nice, or that mean to our audience.
We had a few tumbleweeds blowing past there.
We did. Yeah, you should clean your basement. There's too many tumbleweeds.
Better than death bunnies.
I remember once I was driving around Joel's college town and a tumbleweed went by in front of our car, and it was like, holy shit, where do you go to college, dude?
That's right. my guy, it's like one city block of school, one's Main Street, and then it's cornfields.
Yep.
There's a reason why you drive to DeKalb and it smells like manure when you first get there.
Yep. It was fun visiting you. I almost broke my tailbone trying to jump down a flight of stairs because I was rip-roaringly drunk, but it was a good time. Lost my keys in the snow outside your apartment. Like I just went to Joel's place and nearly killed myself a few times, and then just, it was great.
It's fine. Just wait till the snow melts in summer and get your keys back.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I just went and got all new keys made. But it's great staying at Joel's because Joel would also try to burn down his apartment while you're sleeping there because they had how many burns in the floor?
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, Joel's nice and buttoned up now, but in his youth, pure rapscallion, I tell you.
There's a phrase called dad lore or something like that. Where you don't know hardly half of your dad's lived experience. I want that to be like 90%.
Oh man, like as I got older and my mom started telling me stories of my dad in college, I'm like, who was he? Like that. Like my dad once got pulled over for driving down the highway and pitching beer cans out of the back of a convertible and he hit a cop car. Like my dad, are you sure? He's getting bar fights all the time. Like my dad, the financial advisor. You no way.
Was he like a Beverly Hills hillbilly or something?
I think he just liked to party. I think that's all it was.
Sounds very Midwest of him.
Yeah, I mean he's a Chicago boy. So there you go. Where were we at? We were talking about some of the dead people.
I think we just basically wrapped up like the first episode and moved on to the next one.
Well, we talked quite a bit about the next one too. Like
true.
We hadn't gotten through let's get to the Kelly gunfight stuff. Like, because yet again, I feel like they're trying to do something with Kelly's character here of this, like, she's trying to find herself in this war against evil. She's not quite there yet, and she's a little lost, and I'm okay with that. But her moment of like screaming at the town and firing an automatic weapon at them, like even Ash is like, what are you doing? Like you have that, like, so I just fired an automatic weapon at a group of people, and that's a felony.
That's a felony.
When Ash is being the voice of reason,
you know you've gone too far. And like I like that as a character story. I think Dana's doing a good job with it for the most part. I don't blame her for the lack of like through line, but there's definitely something missing. Like I can see they're trying to do something and it's not landing, at least for me.
It's hard to describe.
Why do you like, my thing is they're shooting at a house. I guess it makes sense because they're fighting for their life, but to sit there and have semi-automatic weapons is comical.
Yeah, and
that way.
But then they miss the point, or maybe they've overdone it. Like I'm not sure. Maybe the whole sequence is overbaked. But like she's firing this huge gun at people. Like all the bullets are flying over the heads. They're freaking out, and then of course, you're gonna keep firing at them. They're gonna start firing back. Like why wouldn't they? So they go and tool up, and they come back with all their guns, and they're like, "Oh no, are we trying to kill them?" Unfortunately, no. And it's like, but then what are you doing?
Right.
Yeah. Like if you start shooting into a crowd, like, and it's, of course, like the thing that annoys me about that is like she's just firing wildly with an automatic weapon into the crowd. It's like, are we trying to kill them? Like, no. It's like, well, maybe don't fire full auto blindly out of a window because you're gonna accidentally hit someone. Like, if you're just trying to scare them, don't shoot actually at them. Shoot the ground around them or something like that. Like, you know, I don't know. It just.
But do we think Kelly could do that? I don't. Like Kelly, you know, she's an S-Smart employee from like a year ago. Like she's not like this tactician, like military person. Sorry, S-Stop. But like, I just don't. They have not given her the character arc for me to believe that she's this ever evil crushing badass yet. I get that she wants to be, and I'm all for that character arc, but she's not there yet, and nothing's really called that out. So we have this moment of her like shooting above all these people, and they start shooting back, but we're supposed to expect that she's in enough control and level-headed enough that she can handle 30 people firing weapons at her, and she can be like, no, we're just going to hold them off by firing near them. The sequence doesn't quite work.
It's also another example of her having pure panic.
Yeah.
Pablo still has enough of those experience where he is freaking out because he's completely out of his element and depth, and something terrible is happening that's inexplicable. She's propped up as this Ruby level badass throughout all this, and want to talk about it being earned. It's not earned.
No.
And again, that's not her fault. I think that's a story arc problem. But
look, that's like, I know it's been, we've taken a few shots at the actor, and it's like she's had some moments where I don't think she's quite gotten there. And mostly in the first season, I don't think she's been that bad in season 2. I actually think she's gotten a lot better, but the writing is not doing her any favors here. Like she's trying to make something work with a storyline that just isn't working for me. Which is unfortunate because the rest of the episode's so good. The rest of this really, really works. Like I love going back to the police station. All the Joni stuff is so funny. All the Ted Raimi stuff is funny. All the Cheryl stuff is so good. To have that one bruise on the banana is frustrating, but it doesn't sink the ship either, which is good.
It also it doesn't help when she's acting alongside, when they're doing the shooting out the window, she's acting alongside an actress like Michelle Hurd, who's very, very established, very good actress as well. Yeah. And it just, and having I kind of feel like Michelle Hurd's character, there's more of a reason for her being there than there is Kelly. It just throughout the whole series, it's kind of felt like, well, we've got this idea of these three characters will be together, and then we'll keep this character's going to stick with them because, Pablo's going to stick with Ash because he just idolizes Ash and he thinks he's the greatest.
But then he gets tied to the book, so he has a reason to be there.
And then with Kelly, it's well, why is she there? The Deadites have killed her parents, but that's it. They don't really ever kind of evolve the character past that point, and it's starting to feel a little bit like, would she really still be there at that point?
But I think she asked herself that question in the episodes before when she went on that road trip with Ruby to go kill her kids. When she's sitting outside the bar, she has that moment of what am I doing? And I kind of appreciate that even the writing seems to be aware of this. I'm just hoping that we're only in episode 6 of is it 10 or 9 in the season?
10, I think.
So we still got
10 episodes a season.
Yeah.
So we still got 4 more episodes. I'm hoping that they're figuring this out. I'm hoping. We'll see.
Yeah. I hope so too, because she's not a terrible actress, but the writers are not doing her any favors with what they're giving her, which is very little. To be honest, it just kind of feels like all Kelly seems to do in these 2 episodes is just shout and shoot a gun.
Yeah,
that's it. She does that in the police station, and she does that here, and it's just give her something more.
Yeah,
give the character something.
Yeah,
she needs something to tie her to the overall plot, and it's just not there yet. And quite frankly, it's not there yet for Ruby either. Since we kind of got the book business done, Ruby is kind of not overstaying her welcome yet, but she's knocking on that door for me. Why are you here? You were here for the kids. Kids aren't here anymore. So Ball knowing who she is, the high toots, okay, so there could be something, but I want to see that because I don't like that I have these questions.
She seems ripe for killing.
Yeah,
at this point in the story, it wouldn't surprise me if they got rid of Lucy Lawless at some point.
The character just kind of feel like it's run its course.
She's aimless. She was just like Kelly is, but the difference is that she had a purpose. And she lost that purpose, and I don't feel like they found a proper space for her in the ensemble yet.
No.
Which is a shame, really, because I think she's probably the best actor in the whole series, Lucy Lawless. She's
I love Bruce Campbell, but you're right. She's amazing. Mm-hmm. And the fact that we're not basically saying she's stealing the show is more of a thing to the writing again. And I don't want to just keep taking shots at the writing because the writing's still very good, but these are those things are she should be our favorite character. In my mind, you put Lucy Lawless in a show like this, I should be saying my favorite character is Ruby, and she's there. She's fine.
Contrasting versus season 1, pretty much every scene that she was in, she stole.
Yeah.
I think. Even managing to steal some of the scenes from Bruce Campbell, which is impressive when the scenes are these kind of slapstick stuff, which is totally within his wheelhouse. Mm-hmm. She also manages to really sort of steal a lot of the focus. And then in this season, it is just it's starting to feel a little bit like she's there. I'm sure she's having a great time, but we need something. You need to either kill her or give her something else. Maybe backstory with her and Ball. Maybe that's what's coming. And we know there's something between them. And there is a kind of a mystery there, but I think they're they're holding too many cards back, I think, a little bit with that, and it's getting a little bit like, why are you still here?
And
what's in this for you?
Yeah,
you get worried there's going to be a situation like with Ash's dad where he's saying, I'm about to share with you something completely life-altering, and then it gets slammed by a car. Like,
yeah. If they do that again, I will be annoyed. Because it worked well with that, because I kind of feel like nothing's ever going to come of that. And it's just like a funny moment. With Lucy Lawless's character, that could actually be something as well. And I don't want them to repeat the same joke.
From what I remember, things get crazy towards the end of this season, and we see a different shift with her character.
Okay, so like that's kind of what I was guessing, because like given that we have 4 episodes left, it's like I know we were saying like, you know, last week we were talking a lot about filler episodes. These 2 weeks I wouldn't say were filler episodes per se, but they also kind of are. They are
to gear up to the end.
Yeah, they're chess moving pieces. Like they're like, we're going to set the stage for where we're going, and like I just think that these 2 episodes understood the assignment better than the last 2 episodes. And I
felt that watching it, but I was more entertained with these 2 than I was the last 2.
Well, because they do things like this is going to be a filler episode, but we're going to make it fun. We're going to bring in Cheryl. Like, look, here's Cheryl. Like, then we're going to bring in the Joni character and more Ted Raimi and like all this stuff. Like, this all works a lot better. And then we have the whole showdown outside the house, and that's all great. Like, they work better as filler episodes where I can have more fun.
These 2 are a little more workman-like than the last couple were. You know, there's forward momentum, but it feels by necessity that they need to get things moving.
Yeah, like the last 2 episodes, like if we had lost the entire subplot of the Christine car, we lost nothing in this show.
The children.
Yeah, like we really lose nothing in Evil Dead except for we save some time. The stuff that happens in these episodes, even like the Cheryl stuff, I'm like, this is crucial plot. Like they come with some ridiculous quotes, but we get the makeup. But like this is Ash character development. He had to kill his sister a third time, kind of.
It's redemption. It's redemption with the townspeople too. Like
So let's actually kind of get there. So if we've talked about everything else, let's talk about the end of Cheryl again and again. So the town is ready to kill Ash, and he's had it. So he's got a Deadite inside of somebody they all know, and he can finally be like, look, I'm not Ashy Slashy. Yes, I kill a lot of people, but they're Deadites before I kill them. Here's one. And he just throws her out on the front lawn, and they're all like, oh my God, you can't kill her. He blows her away. And then they're like, how dare you? They're all ready to kill him again. He's like, wait for it. And she takes her sweet ass time getting up.
It reminds me of like second episode, I think, where he punches Mimi Rogers and then like just waiting on the phone. It's like, good. I'm glad. I thought I was going to be like a right dick then.
It's very similar. Like, just wait. And then she gets up, and then he gets her again. It's like, and wait again, and gets her again, and then he gets her with a chainsaw in the car, and the one dude gets really showered with blood. One guy just keep coming back to his more and more blood. Just
I love the cutting like between Ash's face and this random guy's face. It was just like all the blood spraying on them both.
Well, even just leading up to that, they have that circular firing squad between her and all the townies with their rifles, and her just mocking them, and then Ash having to show them how it's done with the chainsaw. It's all very good.
And like, I don't envy anyone who has to explain to the people who did not show up to the murder rally why they're all pro Ash now. But like, they don't get to be pro Ash for very long, because as soon as Ash is out there, he's done his stuff. Ball shows up. I like the stuff. I'm very excited for what's going to happen with Ball. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm excited for it. Like,
the lady who
is something
Ball
different.
She was good. She was really good. And like, I keep bringing it back. I'm going to keep doing it. Feels very Butterfly to me. I just can't get rid of Peacemaker. Like, in my head while I'm watching this show, it just keeps coming back. And this feels like Butterflies to me again. So here we are again. But I like that moment of Ball like, I should kill you based on everything I know. Let's figure this out. And like, that's kind of where it's left. He gets clocked in the face. He's unconscious. We're going to find out what happens next week. I'm into it. I like it. I feel like we're over the hump. At least I hope. Well, I guess we'll find out when we watch next week. But I feel like episodes 3 through 6 is what we've covered the last 2 weeks on this podcast. We're kind of the hump of this season, which is unfortunate. Makes me think that they had a great 6-episode arc and they had to do 10. So we had to fill in these other 4. But
it's a good stopping point because you're left wondering what's going to happen next. Where really a lot of this season, they tell you exactly where they're going before they go there. And so having that little bit of mystery is nice too.
It is. And we're not taking as big of a break in between this episode and the next time we're recording. Although Matt might have to miss the first episode. Might miss next week, but not the week after, depending on your schedule.
Yeah.
Getting that right? Okay.
There is a chance. Like I'm looking at like when I get the train that gets me back in, it's all dependent on like, you know, is there any delays on the train and like, you know, how quick can I get from the center to home? So I might literally join within like 5 minutes after the recording starts.
Perfect.
I don't know if I'll be there. I forget what day it is.
We'll figure it out. I don't want to take another huge break because it really killed momentum on this one. Let's not do that again because now we're getting into good stuff. But is there anything we've missed on this thing or should we move into quotes? I feel like we're at quotes.
Did you guys
quotes?
Did you guys talk about Pablo's exorcism, so to speak?
Not really, because I don't think it's done yet.
No.
So, like, if it was done, I'd want to talk about it. But Ruby is trying to pull the book forward in Pablo throughout this entire episode, but they don't really do much with it yet. And you just kind of see he gets a lot of tattoos, and then he's got a real nasty rash, and he looks supremely fucked up. But that's really it. You got to see where it goes. So Matt, you went first last week. That means Ryan's going first this week.
Okay. My quote for the last episode.
No, first one. 205.
First one, sorry. Everyone is kind of gathering in the jail after they cleared everyone out of their cells, and Ash is looking at Ruby and he goes, "Okay, obviously I know what's going on, but for the sake of these people, maybe you should explain."
Great one. Joel, what you got?
I don't remember the tune itself, but once again, I saved the world. Now it's time to get the girl. Time to go to the shop, get the car back. Getting on the road to Jacksonville. Something rhymes with Jax.
Yep.
I'm going to go for a pretty easy quote from me. Joni, no! You are so giving!
That was on my short list.
Thank you, Ted Raimi.
Oh man.
That it tells me that there was a relationship there. He spent a lot of time with Joni. He was a good customer.
Yeah.
And she made sure she threw the extra sauce on a few times. Go Joni.
She was so giving.
So giving. All right, Matt, you get 205 and 206.
How well do you really know the Mexican anyway? Hey, he's not the Mexican, okay? He's Pablo. Pablo the Mexican. Yeah, kind of like your Chet the dumb white guy. Whoa, that's a little racist, Pablo.
Especially because we have framed that Pablo is not Mexican.
I know.
Racist jackass.
I'm sad no one had the Bill line.
I don't remember the Bill line.
Yeah.
What was the Bill line? We're passing it out to say it.
He goes, okay, how do we deal with this Bill guy? Because I can't stop thinking about pancakes.
Oh.
Okay, that's pretty good. All right, Matt, what's your 206?
My 206 is, let's get one thing straight, yo-yos. I kill demons, not people. Unless those people are demons who look like people. And then I kill people. But they're not really people. They're demons. You understand?
No, I don't. So mine is it's an Ash line talking to Cheryl. You got branch banged by a tree and died 30 years ago. It was pretty horrific.
You can't stop there. You have to do the follow with what she said.
I only wrote down that part because I was laughing so hard at it was pretty horrific.
It seems like something I would have remembered.
Oh, you're definitely something I would have remembered. It's pretty good. Then she does remember, and she goes nuts. Yeah. But just the phrasing, you got branch banged by a tree and died. Jesus.
I just love that. It's pretty horrific.
Yeah. That was the exclamation point on that. Just so you're clear, the Necronomicon is the only way we can banish Ball back to the underworld. Nuh-uh, I got a plan for Ball, and it doesn't involve recycling Pablo into some stupid book. I'm going to find him, take my chainsaw, shove it right up his ass. He is never going to show his face to you. Even if you do somehow manage to find him, he'll just jump bodies. Way ahead of you. You see that? That's a pet tracker. I got that because Eli kept getting into my weed stash and wandering around my trailer. All I got to do is find Ball once, shove this down his throat. That way, even if he sheds his skin, I'd still find him, take my chainsaw, and shove it right up Ball's ass. You're like the daughter I never had.
That was on my short list.
I know that was Matt length, but
I had it on my list, to be fair.
It was on mine.
Such a good one. That was one of those ones I started writing down. I think about half of it in my notes. I'm like, I just want to listen to this.
That's why I love that transcript site I found. It's great for like the long ones. I just go highlight, copy, paste.
Mine is from Chet. He dies this episode, so I have to pay him homage. It wasn't the beer one, but he's in the room alone with Cheryl, and Cheryl starts licking the blood from his neck, and he goes, "This doesn't feel half as good as it used to." And then she bites his neck.
I do like the
phrasing because it means that it still feels a little good.
I do like the callback line from Cheryl later on, where she's gone full Deadite and it's like, "I'm gonna make like a tree and fuck you."
Yep.
I think we're done with the tree fucking in this series, aren't we? I think we are at this point. Because there's no trees in Evil Dead Rise. Oh, there is some trees in Evil Dead Rise, but that's like they don't do any fucking. They're just kind of near a cabin.
I love the callback to it.
I do too, but I don't need to watch it. I mean, I don't need to. I will watch it because I rewatch these movies all the goddamn time, but I don't need to. Does it make it better? It makes it worse. Yeah. It makes it worse. Yay! All right, we're done. We're done with this one, so we can do plugs. I keep asking. I don't really feel like plugging. At this point, I have seen the Thunderbolts and I have opinions on it. I don't know what they are because that's not true. Because when I recorded this, I had
the same clothes I wore last time.
I am too. I usually try to change my shirt, and then I didn't this time because they're over there, and I'm not walking.
It's fine. I changed the background.
Oh, you did? I didn't notice until
I didn't notice it.
Jesus. All right, I like it. I should start changing out Jason. I have other blankets. I don't have any of the horror movie blankets though. It's like this thing just goes from hanging on my wall over here to going under my bed over there, and I sleep with it. Jason goes with me everywhere.
What a soothing experience.
He just wants to cuddle. He wants huggies.
There to wake you up.
Yeah. All right. Since we're not doing plugs, I guess we can say goodbye. Tune in next week when we bring in the. Next week we are going to record the end of season 2. You're only going to hear the first part of that, but we're almost done with season 2 and on to season 3, and then on to Evil Dead Rise, which I've been holding off on rewatching it because I want to do it as part of this. I fucking love that movie. I'm excited to get to it. I know we still have quite a few recording sessions. That's all I got.
Exact. No,
is that it?
3. We'll do 4, and then the first 4 of season 3.
Yeah,
and then up to 8, and then the final 2 in Evil Dead Rise.
Oh damn! Yeah, we're gonna get there pretty quick, and then on to whatever we do next. I don't remember what it's next. Is it this?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's what you've been.
Are we going from horror to horror again though? I usually have like a palate cleanser.
We'll probably do a palate cleanser, but our next major franchise will be this.
Mission Impossible.
Are they out yet?
It drops in 2 weeks.
Oh, it might be Mission Impossible. Might be. I don't know because we will figure it out. We're gonna say goodbye. Bye.